This is a good friend of mine's website, Lakota Silver, and he's heavily invested in silver actually himself. He's a big believer in the silver as a currency and as an investment. But this silver coin is a little bit different than some of the other silver coins you might be buying from other dealers. It does contain 1 ounce of silver. It's also 4 nines versus 3 nines. It's 4 nines pure, just like the Canadian minted money. The going price is $43.95. Now, I know people are aware of what silver spot price is now, and that is significantly over spot. But there is a catch to this particular coin because it is used in the American Open Currency Standard. It's used as money through accepted vendors throughout the country, and there is a way to look up the vendors. Typically, the coins that are accepted, and I'm going to use this word typically, that are accepted as money and taken as in exchange as money from these approved vendors or voluntary vendors in the American Open Currency Standard, the face value of the coin is $50. But there is nothing to actually enforce that. So I just want to point out, I mean, it's possible to actually buy these coins for $44 and use them as $50 currency with certain vendors. But before I would do that, I would double check with the vendor that if indeed they are accepting that as $50 payment for the goods. It could be a smart, shrewd way to get a discount on goods and encourage the sale of silver. Now I want to point out something else about this coin because it does have collector value above and beyond the metal content, and also the fact that it's being used as a currency of a higher amount than would actually cost. If you go to eBay, and this is today at December 20th, Tuesday, you can look, you can see here's a 1 ounce Lakota Crazy Horse coin. Buy it now, $61 or $60.99. So it is actually going for more money, and the Lakota money it's a little. It's just the fact that it's accepted. It's one of the coins. It's in fact accepted by vendors throughout the United States. Is one thing that makes it unique. It could be a shrewd idea where you can get a discount on some items because you're actually purchasing the coin off of this Silver Lakota site, Lakota Silver site, for $44, and it could have an intrinsic value of $50 with the vendor. It could. And the site where you actually look up the vendors is the opencurrency.com site. Now there's a directory, and I was looking up, this was the New York metropolitan area, and I think my friend has been instrumental in getting this to take hold in this area, because there is a hell of a lot of vendors in that area that will accept this as money. So for instance, if you're looking at floor coverings in Merrick, New York, you can go to this site, and if you were, if you wanted to know that they would accept these coins as $50 payment for some goods and services that you would require from this particular company, it would be a shrewd idea to purchase the coins or the $43.95 and make the payment to the vendor you want to make the payment to, where if they accept them at face value of $50. You'd actually be buying silver and also getting yourself a discount. But I would double check that beforehand. Just, I want to re-emphasize that. That is how it's supposed to work, that the coin would have a $50 value, face value. But not every vendor is actually, accepting it that way, but most are, from my understanding. I think this is a very good concept because it does bring back the true money standard, the way American money really was intended to be from day one, as envisioned in the Constitution. And this is one way, people talk about end of Fed and all this type of stuff, but I mean, taking part in this system would be a good way to do it. And I don't know how many people are actually aware of this. I think there's quite a few people that are aware of it, but maybe they didn't partake in it. Um, but you know, even though this coin is more money than the spot price of silver, it's pretty much going for more money in than the $50 face value that usually occurs. And you can look on eBay, they're trying to sell a lot of these for $60, $61. Sometimes they're 5 coins for see, here's another one down here, $59.75, and sometimes they're selling for $300 for 5 coins. Yeah, this is 5 coins, so six times 5, $300. They want $300 for 5 Lakota ounces. Now, like I said, when you're using the open currency standard, typically these coins will go for $50 each. So if you double check beforehand, if the vendor will accept that at $50, and you find a vendor you want to do business with, and they will accept silver, you be smart to buy the silver for $43.95 and use this as payment for $50. But like I gotta repeat myself, you know, please double check that that's the case. That is supposedly how it should work, and I think it's gonna work that way in most cases. So you could be buying silver at one point, and also you could be using it to save yourself some money on purchases at the same time. And actually, in this respect, you are fighting the Federal Reserve right at the source. You know, I like what Ron Paul says, but somehow I don't think he's, even if he was 100%, you know, right down to the core, doing what he says he can do, I don't see how he's going to do it. So the way to really help end the Fed is to buy silver and actually start using it to exchange goods for. And this is one of the ones that you will use to you know, fight the Federal Reserve. This is the coin, you know, and they're showing these are like one of the top coins to use in the American Open Currency Standard. It's the Lakota Silver. I believe it's advertised on here quite a few times, but I'll send you the show you what the email is, his personal email for these coins. If you have any other questions, it could be a shrewd way to get a significant discount on some items and get this type of money in circulation for real. That's one way to end the Fed for real.